Ashley Howard with Ashley Howard Teaches, and today I want to talk to you all about homeschooling your preschooler. We have some fun, hands-on, highly educational activities so that you can learn to teach your child in a fun, interactive, and exciting ways to get them excited about learning for years to come. So let's get started. So let's say you want to start your child with a foreign language and you want to start with Spanish. I love that, and my favorite way to do that is by learning through reading. So this one is a bilingual book, and you can find this on Amazon. I'll leave the link below. I love this book because in one side it's English and one side it's Spanish. So I sometimes will go through and read the English one page and the Spanish another page. Or I might switch, or I might just go through and the words that I know, like cookie, una galleta, and then read through the English. Just depends on how the day is going and what they're wanting to learn. Sometimes they want to listen, sometimes they don't. But my child has really loved this book, and they have loved this for preschool. So this is a great way to get them learning about different languages, but in a fun and an active way. We also love this book, Let's Go to the Farm, Vamos a la Granja. And so it's an English-Spanish flip book too, so they can learn the different Spanish words and flip open the little flaps, and you can talk about them in Spanish. So they're learning a little bit of Spanish. So if you watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I love making learning fun and interactive. And one way I do that is through games and puzzles. So these puzzles fit the bill for preschool. So I'll show these to you. They're not very expensive. This is Match It Spelling, and this is Match It Mathematics. So I love this because they're starting to count, they're starting to add. There's beautiful graphics, and you can match the numbers to them, and it just makes learning fun. It also helps with those fine motor skills. So I love these sweet puzzles because there's so much fun for them to work on and so much learning to be done with these. So I really love this Bible. This is my first hands-on Bible, Preschool. And what I love about this Bible is there's so many hands-on elements. So what they do is they go through the Bible story in a fun and interactive way, and they make it hands-on for your preschooler. So let me do a quick flip through and I will show you. So here is Jesus feeds more than 5,000. You can see they talk about the Sea of Galilee, also known as the Sea of Tiberias. I don't know how to say that. I'll have to look that up myself. So there's so many fun ways that it's interactive. You go through, and each point where there's a hand up, you stop, and there's different fun ways that you act out the Bible story. So they're not just sitting and listening, but they're actually included in the learning. And I love that about this one. I also love that in some of them there is a song time, there are things to talk about, and there's also a prayer. So for this Bible, I just felt that this Bible was amazing for preschoolers. I love it. I love how in-depth it is. I love how hands-on it is. I love how fun it is. So I will leave a link below for all of these items so that you will know where to find them. And let me know, what is your favorite Bible curriculum for your preschooler? Maybe you have a favorite Bible, maybe something else, but you just let me know down below in the comments what your favorite is. So we also love my ABC Bible verses, Hiding God's Word in Little Hearts. And this one is super fun. It's more of like a character study. So they get to learn and walk through the lives of these two kids who are interacting, where they experience opportunities to sin or different things, and they stand up for God's Word. So I love that about this book. I love that they're learning character qualities. I love that they're applying it to the Bible. So as you can see, we have a verse to learn at the beginning of each chapter. We have Missy and Billy. We kind of go through their lives and childlike scenarios where they learn to follow God's Word. So I love this. It's so sweet and it's so fun, and they really can identify with these stories. Maybe it's about sharing, about lying, of different things that these kids deal with on a day-to-day basis in the preschool age, and it helps them to find ways to deal with that in a biblical way. I love this My Big Book of 5-minute devotionals. I use this for kindergarten and preschool age. So this again is a character quality study. So they learn different characters, they learn different ways to love the Lord. They learn to have sharing, to be friends, to be kind and gentle and loving. But it also applies to these animals. So we get to learn a tidbit about different animals and fun facts about them. And we learn some science facts. And then they apply it to the Bible and how God uses us. And so it's a really fun way to get them engaged in learning about animals and also in God's Word. So we love this sweet little book. I just love it. And I will leave a link down below for all of these so you'll be able to see them. This Loves Me Bible. So a friend gifted this to me a long time ago, and it is one of our favorite Bibles. Do you see how rich the pictures are, how rich the words are? We're talking about Nehemiah rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem. We're not just going through little snippets of stories. We're really getting in detail with our Bible stories. I love that about this book. That's it for Bible. Those are my top favorites. So now we will move on to science. So for science, I love to read a ton of books. I feel like the best way to learn is through books. So one of our favorite for this level is the Big Book of Science and Nature. And really, this is perfect for preschool through first grade. They love learning about the different facts of science in this book because Bernstein Bears is so much fun. They make you laugh, they make you listen, and it's an exciting, engaging adventure as always with Bernstein Bears. So I'll do a quick flip through. So we're talking about nature, we're talking about animals and mammals, we're talking about what is nature. We get to learn so many different things about holidays. There's so much we learn in this book. So I just love this book. It's very long. It talks about liquids, states of matter. So maybe some things that you don't think your preschooler is ready for, but they make it in such a fun, low-level way that it's so exciting for them. They get to learn about these big ideas, and yet it's in these books, and it's so sweet but to watch them learn. So I love the Flip Flap Body book, and the reason I love this book is because there's wonderful flaps that you can lift up, so it makes learning fun and interactive for your child. It's a very sweet, precious book. It goes through the senses, it goes through our teeth, it goes through germs, and many different facts about science and our bodies. So as you can see, there's a sweet little section about why is mommy's tummy growing, and about how they're smelling and tasting in different senses. So I'll just do a quick flip through of this. It's a very sweet, fun book, a fun introduction to anatomy and body and how our body works. So I really enjoyed this book. I also love this ABC book and bath puzzle. Wow, you can take learning into the bath. How fun. But what I love about this puzzle is that it's so cute. And it comes with a book too. So you have, he's upside down. You have this snake and he's a puzzle and he's foamy and fun and easy to handle. So I love when we go through, it has the uppercase on one side and the lowercase on the other. So it's so fun. I love to just go through the different sounds of each letter. So I've learned over the years that when they're learning to read, learning the alphabet is great, but what's even better is if they can point to the letter and say the sound immediately. So as I'm going through with my preschooler, I'm not just going A, B, C, but also I'm really focused on going ba, ka, and going through the different sounds, because that is the cornerstone and the foundation of learning to read, is knowing the sounds. So while I love going through the alphabet, the sounds are so integral for them to learn to read. To read by Hooked on Phonics. This is the pre-K level, so they go all the way from 3, 4, all the way up. So this is fun. They learn to write their letters with their finger. They go through the different sounds of the letter. I will do a quick flip through for you. This is level 1, and there's a level 2 as well. So I will go through a flip through. So we have the letter C. They have different fun hands-on learning ways. It says create a C out of clay. Lie on the floor in the shape of a C. And so as I'm doing this, as I'm tracing these letters with my finger, as I'm doing these different things, I'm not just saying C, I'm saying ka, 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 ka. And I'm going through and saying the letter sounds. So this is a really sweet starter book for learning to read. I also love this number puzzle pegboard. And what I love about this is they're learning their numbers. They're learning to count. They can put the numbers in order from 1 through 10 and then backwards from 10 to 1. And it's a great way to get them started and get them a taste of math as they go through preschool. So I also love these little follow me books. You can touch the numbers and you can trace them with your finger. So they learn 1, 2, 3, and all throughout the book, there's these little traceable numbers where they can go through and trace them with your fingers. So I have so many books I want to share with you for the preschool level. So I will do a video. So if you'll subscribe below so you know when my next video comes out, and if you're getting value out of this, would you hit that like button? So if you subscribe, I am going to release a video soon about preschool learning books that I love. This just is not enough time to tell you all the books that are so so wonderful. So I'm just giving a quick overview today. Later I will do lots of fiction books that we love, that we just adore as I've been homeschooling our 5 children. So I will also show you another book. These are so much fun because there's no mess. You just add water, and what they will do is they'll paint these dots, and as they paint these dots, they bleed together, and they feel like they're painting and doing art. And they are, and it's not messy, and so I love that. I need some non-messiness. I'm one of those moms who does not mind a mess, but for sometimes we just need a little bit of order. These are great, and I didn't know about these for so long, and maybe I'm the only one, but these have been a lifesaver for us. So one more thing that we use is handwriting without tears. That's perfect for beginning handwriting. We love that curriculum, and we also love this loop and learn matching game. It has been one of our favorites. You match the letter with the letter sounds over here, and you match letters of the animals and what sound they start with to their letters, and you have rubber bands, and there's so many different ones that come with it. So I will show you, there's rhyming, and what you do is there's a pegboard inside, and you match these as they go across. It's fun, it's interactive, there's math, there's numbers, there's letters, and you do the first letter and you match them. So this has been a great activity. We have used this for the past so many years, 7 years or so. When my daughter was 3, we started with this, so we love that. So I am so delighted that you stopped by, and I would love for you to subscribe so that when I release my new video about learning books for preschoolers, that you will know when it comes up too. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Leave a comment below. Let me know any questions that you might have about preschool. I would love to answer them. Thank you for stopping by, and remember to love well and live for Jesus.